I asked my daughter to share her wedding with her pregnant sister. She refused. So I slapped her. Now she's erased me from her life forever. Anna, who is 28 years old, and Lily, who is 25 years old, are my two children. From their early years, they had changed. Anna was the independent one who didn't require constant instruction on how to accomplish tasks. In contrast, Lily was more brittle. I don't say it with disdain, but she started exhibiting health issues, nervousness, and trouble adjusting to school about kindergarten. What any mother would do, I did. I gave her more of my time, care, attention, and even money. What more was there for me to do? When Anna was a teenager, she once complained about it. She said it was unfair and questioned why Lily could use her makeup without asking, or why I had purchased new makeup for her from Sephora. "You're sisters, you should support each other," was my standard response. And that was sufficient for a time. We provided them with living expenses and tuition assistance while they were in college. The first to gain independence was Anna. Years ago, she moved in with her lover. Both of them are financially prudent and have solid jobs. But Lily still resides with us. She has struggled with lovers, changed jobs frequently, and hasn't fully settled in. We were all overjoyed when Anna said she was engaged. Daniel, her fiancé, is a decent man. 6 months later, a small but tasteful wedding was planned at a beautiful upstate vineyard. We planned to contribute roughly $10,000, a symbolic but significant chunk of the budget. The rest she took care of. You could see how happy she was with every call and every visit to taste cakes or check out venues. Lily requested to talk to me alone up to 2 months before to the wedding. She was shaking. She informed me that she was expecting a child and that in order to do things properly, she and her boyfriend Ryan wanted to be married before the baby was born. She claimed that they had no strategy, no money, and no idea how. She requested my assistance. At first, I wanted to tell her that we didn't have enough to continue helping Anna and that it was impossible. I couldn't stop thinking about it after she said, "What if we use Anna's venue just once?" I didn't say, "I don't want my child to be born out of wedlock." I had a conversation with my hubby that evening. He seemed to know what was going to happen as he gazed at me. "No," he responded. "There would be mayhem." He continued, "We could ask if they'd agree to a joint wedding, it wouldn't be that crazy." I didn't respond, instead I went to bed. His voice was low, like someone throwing forth a suggestion they know they shouldn't. I couldn't sleep though. I kept thinking about Lily, the baby, and how Anna already had everything worked out and that perhaps, just for this one occasion, she might relax a bit. We were only going to ask Anna to make room for us to share, not to postpone her wedding or vanish. Siblings do that, don't they? I organized a brunch for the family. I thoughtfully arranged the fresh fruit salad, mimosas, and Anna's favorite quiche. Even Lily tried to get ready, although it was obvious she was anxious. When Anna is enthused about something, she always comes with that contagious energy. Pictures of the location, her dress fitting, and the cake design were all over her phone. I cut her off as she continued to talk, her voice full of joy. I took her hand and informed her that I needed to share something significant with her. I told them Lily was expecting. After a moment of hesitation, Anna smiled, congratulated her, gave her a hug, and assured her that she would be there for her if she needed anything. I said, "This is going to be fine." Then I added, "We want to ask you for something." Anna nodded, but scowled. I informed her of Lily's predicament, including her wish to get married before the baby was delivered and her financial difficulties. I inquired as to whether her sister might be able to use the location for her own wedding. Anna took a moment to take it in and blinked. Slowly she said, "You want me to cancel my wedding?" No, just for your sister to get married that day, in your place," I said. "You already have your life organized. She's just starting out. And the baby. We don't want him to be born out of wedlock." Lily's voice was shaking as she pleaded, "Please, Anna, not everything is about you. Everything goes well for you. I need this." The silence was agonizing until she whispered, "No, I'm sorry. I can't." "No," Anna said again, remaining composed. "It's not fair. I've planned this for 6 months. It's my wedding, something I've dreamed of forever. I can't just disappear." I made an effort to defuse the situation. I assured her that Lily would be appreciative, that the infant deserved better, and that she had to comprehend as the bigger sister. She responded, "I'm not doing it," and got to her feet. "And if you're going to continue with this, I'd rather leave." But Lily got up before she went. She shouted, "You're so selfish. You only think about yourself. You have everything. What does it cost you to help me for once?" I made an effort to soothe her. I reminded Anna that Lily had no one else and that we couldn't afford another wedding. Dad is contributing 30% of your wedding budget, so I have a right to it too, Lily shouted out. As though she had been smacked, Anna's jaw dropped wide. She said, "All right. You think you have any right to my wedding?" before leaving with a final dejected glance. We sat there. The air was heavy with tension. Lily was in tears. This shouldn't have happened this way, was all I could think. However, there remained a path, a more sensible choice. Perhaps she could share if she couldn't give it all up. That word felt reasonable and fair. We only wanted to enjoy her wedding as sisters and a family, not ask her to give it up. How difficult could that be? When I suggested we speak with Anna once more, my husband gave me a worried look. He warned me that we might have gone too far, and that we were pushing her too hard. But when Lily gazed at me with those beseeching eyes every day, as though everything relied on me, I couldn't give up. So I made lunch again. I told Anna that we only wanted to chat and that we wanted to apologize, but we weren't going to force her to cancel the wedding. Anna arrived grinning tensely. We didn't talk as we ate. Nothing more than a few kind remarks were made. I ended by telling her that we were sorry, that we understood her viewpoint, and that we wanted to make things clear. I introduced the new proposal as soon as she agreed and accepted the apology. "So, what would you think about sharing the wedding with your sister?" Anna gave me a look like she didn't get it. "What do you mean, share?" "On the same day, at the same event, you would tie the knot, you first, Lily second, or vice versa. It isn't that difficult. We simply change a few things about the timetables, and we can even change everyone's honeymoon tickets. We would work things out." "Mom, are you being serious?" "Yes, it's for your sister. She's sensitive, you know, and your nephew is on the way. We thought it would be nice, a moment to bring you two together." She placed her cutlery on the table. "Mom, we already have everything ready. Every minute, every vendor, every reservation. It's not as easy as you think. And besides, it's my wedding, not a group event." Lily sprang out of her silence. "See? I told you she wouldn't even agree to this. She doesn't care about anyone but herself." I made another attempt to soothe her. I explained that it was only a suggestion and that there was no need to argue, adding that Anna could at least assist by making a few changes. I even proposed delaying the date a little if it would make planning easier. Anna got to her feet at that point, clearly in pain. "You really thought I would accept this? That I would give you my wedding because you say so? You know what this has cost me, what it means to me?" Lily screamed and cut her off. "Everything costs you. It's always about you. You don't know what it's like to have to start from scratch." Anna looked across at me. "And you, Mom? Did you ever think about what I want? Or do I just have to watch you choose Lily every single time?" I didn't consider it. It was a desperate reaction, an urge. I gave her a slap. The hush that followed was deafening, yet the slap itself wasn't difficult. Anna's expression was one of deep disappointment rather than rage or tears. "I won't do it," she murmured quietly. "And if you still think you can come to my wedding after this, go ahead. But my sister is not invited, not even as a guest." She then departed. Lily was in tears. My hubby was stunned. And all I could do was hope that she would reconsider, that there was still time. Because after all, what daughter could possibly exclude her own mother? It would be unkind, unyielding, and heartless of anyone to deny their own mother access to such a significant occasion. I clung to that. I reassured myself that although Anna was upset, she would eventually move past it. That she was furious when she said it. That she would be anticipating our arrival. She secretly hoped to see us there. Thus nothing was cancelled. For Lily we had a new outfit designed that was sophisticated, yet subtle. She needed to appear presentable, even if she wouldn't be the bride. My spouse did not say yes or no as he silently observed us. His response to my question about his plans was simply, "They're not going to stop me from seeing my daughter get married." We all got dressed on the wedding day. As though it were an indisputable pass, I clung to the invitation. To prove to her that everything could be worked out, we came early and were prepared to take our seats. However, the security guy halted us at the vineyard's entrance. "Names, please." We provided them. "I'm sorry, you're not on the list." With a trembling laugh, I showed him the invitation. "We're the parents of the bride." After checking a tablet, the guard glanced inside before turning back to face us. She was very clear. "You and your daughter are not authorized to enter." With a scowl, my husband pulled out his phone and dialed Anna. She showed up a few minutes later, looking stunning and flawless in white, but with icy cold eyes. She declared, "I'm not letting you in." My husband started to wonder, "What are you saying? You're going to leave us out here?" "Yes. I don't want you to ruin my day. You already tried once. I don't want to share my wedding, and I don't want to see you here. Not Mom, not Lily." In response he responded, "But we put money down. 30% of the budget was our $10,000. Anna answered, "So what? You want it back? Fine, I'll pay you back. But I'm not going to let this happen again. This day is mine. I don't want blackmail. I don't want scenes." Lily let out a scream. "So you ruin everything. You can never do anything for me." She tried to push her as she ran toward her. She was stopped by the guard. The guests pivoted. Numerous people took out their phones, some of which were recording. Like a horde of judging bees, the murmur intensified into a dense hum. My spouse stepped in, dragged us to the car, and drew us aside. Lily was crying. I yelled that she couldn't treat us like way, and that it wasn't fair. Before shutting the venue door, Anna remarked, "And you, Mom. As of today, forget about the money I sent you every month to help with bills. It's over." I yelled, "You can't do that. You're so selfish. Say what you want, but you brought this entirely on yourself." Then she vanished. Without saying anything, my spouse started the car. He locked himself in his study when we returned home, leaving me in the dining room with my rumpled dress, my makeup all over the place, and the awful knowledge that my daughter had erased me. The following day I felt that way, as though Anna had grabbed a Sharpie, and without thinking twice, crossed my name out of her existence. I awoke in a house I had never seen before. My husband didn't even look at me, let alone talk to me. Lily remained in her room. The quiet weighed as much as if it were composed of cement. I had no idea what to do. Then, out of habit, I was browsing through my phone when I came across the message. A Facebook group notice from my neighborhood. A video link with the question, "Did you guys see this?" It lasted just 2 minutes. I knew what it was without having to watch it. Nevertheless, I watched it. We were captured on a shaky but merciless phone as we arrived at the venue. Me yelling, Lily attempting to attack her sister, the security stepping in, and Anna's icy gaze. With the headline, "Toxic Mom Tries to Crash Daughter's Wedding to Force a Second Bride," someone had posted it to TikTok. Furthermore, it had gone viral. Thousands of likes. There were thousands of comments. The comments included reaction videos, memes, and even a Reddit thread with screenshots and theories, such as, "What a horrible family. The other sister seems like a sociopath. Anna is a queen for keeping her composure." As like we were simply another episode of a cheesy reality show, they were analyzing my life and my choices. I went in search of Lily. Her legs were drawn up to her chest as she sat on the floor of her bedroom, staring blankly. I sat next to her and talked to her. She remained silent. After an hour, someone knocked on the door. It was her boyfriend, Ryan. With hope, I allowed him in. I believed he had come to reassure her that everything would be all right. However, he hadn't. He glanced at Lily and then at me while he stood in the center of the corridor. He spoke in a stern, controlled tone. "Did you really think that would work?" Lily stared at him in confusion. "I knew it was crazy. That's why I didn't go. I thought it would be another tantrum. But you did it. You tried to crash your sister's wedding. You've become a public laughingstock. What kind of mother does that? What kind of fiancé?" Lily broke down in tears. She informed him that she was desperate and that she did it for them and the baby because she didn't want to lose him. He gave a head shake. "I'll take care of the child. I won't leave you alone with that. But I don't want to marry you. I don't want to build a family on manipulation and shame. I'm not that kind of man. And you're not the woman I thought I knew." He didn't turn around. Lily didn't call for him or scream. As like she already knew it was going to happen, she simply let him go. Then she collapsed. Later, I discovered her seated on the floor in the shower, the water rushing continuously over her fully clothed body. She was whispering something I couldn't understand. She pulled me away when I knelt down to give her a hug. "You ruined everything." I was sliced like a knife by the statement. I tried to defend myself by telling her that I was simply attempting to assist and that my actions were motivated by love. However, I no longer even believed in myself. My husband summoned me into his study that evening. He shut the door. His statements were final, but he didn't yell. "If you interfere in Anna's life again, if you make one more move, I'm filing for divorce. And this time it won't be a threat, it will be a decision." I was at a loss for words. I nodded because I was exhausted, not because I agreed. He hasn't talked about the wedding, touched me, or slept in our bed since. As though words are not as effective as silence as a form of punishment. And I'm left here, watching Lily disappear into the night, thinking about Anna, who is still on her honeymoon, grinning in pictures while everyone applauds her for standing up for her marriage and her honor, and wondering whether I was the one who went too far at some point throughout this whole ordeal. For days, I've been thinking the same thing. When did I cross it? Was it when I requested that Anna postpone her wedding? I raised my hand and struck her for the first time since she was a child when I demanded that she share it. Or was it earlier, when I unconsciously concluded that one daughter needed more assistance than the other? Although the house is quiet, it is not serene. I hardly breathe the same air as my hubby. Since the night he told me it was enough, he hasn't given me a glance. I'm not sure if he's forgiven me, or if he's simply holding out for the ideal opportunity to strike me. As if I don't exist, I watch him go about his day, sip his coffee, and head off to work. In my own house, I've turned into a ghost. Lily has also changed. She hasn't taken a shower in 2 days, hardly speaks, and hasn't left the house since Ryan left her. Her cheeks are hollow and her eyes are sunken. There are moments when I hear her mumbling to the unborn child. At times, she simply lies in bed and gazes up at the ceiling. One night I tried to get close to her. I wanted to touch her hair and handed her tea. Without glancing at me, she said, "Stop looking at me like that. Like you're the victim. You pushed me into this." I was at a loss for words because perhaps she was correct. Anna has not phoned or written. I'm not sure if she considers me. I don't think so. She told me to forget her and that she had erased me when I last saw her, wearing a white outfit. I'm still missing her. I've sent her at least 5 emails that I've since erased. I attempted to explain in each one that I didn't know how to manage it, that I did it out of love, and that I wanted to support her sister. I never sent them though because every attempt sounded like a pretext, like more manipulation. The video is still going viral. They now claim that an interview will be featured on a local entertainment news program. Someone got in touch with a visitor. They are referring to it as the botched, double wedding drama. As though I were a cartoon character, a villain from a soap opera, they call me the poisonous mother. Perhaps I am. Perhaps I simply didn't realize it until it was too late, but I always was. I've begun speaking softly to myself. I pose questions to myself that no one can respond to. Did I treat Anna unfairly? Did I become partial because I felt sorry for one daughter? Did I genuinely want to keep Lily safe for her sake? Or was it only to avoid feeling like a bad mother? I no longer have any certainty. All that is evident is that I lost something that cannot be replaced: my spouse, my girls, my reputation, and myself. And now I'm here, writing this, not because I think I deserve sympathy or expect to be saved, but because, despite everything, I still find myself wondering, am I the terrible guy? If you enjoyed it, please remember to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. I'll see you in the next stories.